Greetings, all my beautiful people. It is this, what is it? July 30th, Thursday, when I'm recording this. Of course, whenever you watch it, if it resonates, I need you to take it. Take it. If it don't take it. Don't get frustrated, okay? Um, it's Take It Hard Tarot. I'm Mystic Blue. How are you? Thanks for joining me if you're new. Thanks for joining me again if you're old, returning. I appreciate you. I wanted to start off with my pendulum today. It's already saying yes to something. I know my yeses and my nos and my maybes and my souls because I use the pendulum a lot. We have a relationship. So, I just heard pick the pendulum up, and that's what I'm doing. Um, if you're a person, I advise you to get familiar with a pendulum. If you like quick yes or no answers, I will tell you it's been accurate in my life every single time. So I don't know. Maybe someone needs to get a pendulum, and you have yes or no answers, and you need to get a pendulum. Get familiar with it. Find your yes. Find your no. Find your maybe. So I need you to go neutral though, pendulum, and you can talk to the pendulum. You see how it's stopping. I asked it to go neutral. Everything has energy. We're gonna figure out a topic today. Instead of me just generally just seeing what comes out, I'm gonna set an intention, but I want to know what type of reading is meant to happen for the collective. You gotta understand, there's a lot of people watching, so the collective, whatever the energy, the spirit says, the collective needs to hear. That's what we're gonna do. I heard empowerment. Should I do an empowerment reading? Something about self-love, empowerment, pressing through, that type of reading, what they need to hear regarding that, getting through, a breakthrough. Nurture, please. How about a financial reading? A financial reading? Should we do a financial reading? It's starting to turn towards no, as you can see. You can't tell looking at the way I'm recording this, but it is going to no, so we're not doing a financial reading. Neutral, please. How about a love reading? Romantic love, spirit. A romantic love reading. A romantic love reading. Should I do a romantic love reading? It's going no. Okay, neutral. So let me just double check. An empowerment, self-love, breakthrough reading. Is that what we're doing today, spirit? Is that what we're doing today, spirit? An empowerment reading? That is a yes. So, guys, we're doing an empowerment reading today for those of you who are like, yeah, finally. We're not focused on love. I wanted to do that for you. I'm hearing get all these cards. You know, when you know your decks, you know your decks. So I'm not gonna do tarot yet. I'm gonna start off with some oracle. This is an empowerment, self-love, breakthrough, what you need to hear regarding all of that type of reading today, okay? So let's get my deck out. We're going to start off with the Hip Hop Queens deck, okay? I don't usually pay attention to who the people are unless it's part of the message. But let's see, Spirit. We know it's an empowerment, self-love, breakthrough. You can get through whatever type of reading. So what is that message regarding that intent for you that you have for the collective? As always, I appreciate your likes, your comments, and your shares. It does help me grow. Thank you for the comments. I read them. I may not respond to all of them. So just because I didn't respond to you does not mean I didn't see it, guys. Okay? I appreciate you. All right, what's the message, Spirit? Transition. Can I read transition, transform? My favorite thing. That's why I like butterflies. Transition. That's why I like the number 9. The number 9 may be significant. That's the transition number. You're transitioning back to the one, to a new beginning. Some of you are going to start to feel way different out of nowhere. Like your attitude's going to change. Whether you're going to be more feisty and more direct and have more boundaries, or you're going to be more calm and chill and peaceful and not react to certain things. I'm hearing inwardly you're going to change. Spinderella, she's a DJ, Salt and Pepper. Like DJs, you know, they bring the song to the next song. I don't know why I don't know how to talk music, but y'all know what I'm saying. They transition. They switch it from one energy to another energy. It's like I don't have the will, but it's like it's gonna turn from one energy. I'm hearing energy to the next energy. You're transitioning. The story of Cinderella is coming to me. Cinderella, if she did not leave by midnight, she was going to transform back to the maid, and then the pumpkin, the chariot was going to be the pumpkin. Her life, her world was going to transition back to where she came from, or who she technically really was. Why is that coming out, Spirit? Something needs to be done by a certain time. Or I'm hearing Spirit say it's time. It's time to do what you need to do before you transition back to something else. Who's this for? Who's this for? Even if you transition back to something else, the story of Cinderella is coming to me. The something is switching and changing, and it feels like you may be feeling like you're going backwards. Thank you, Spirit, for putting it together for me. Feels like you may be going backwards, but you're not. Even if you do transition back to a life or energy or mindset or just a situation that you're like, gosh, I just don't want to be here. I want to be where I was. Who am I talking to? She still left the shoe, and then she still got justice in the end. So even though it transitioned for her and she had to leave at a certain time, it wasn't in vain. All this is metaphorically. You got to apply it to your life however it fits, because I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm hearing you may feel like, oh dang, I did all this for no reason. Now I'm back to square one, or I'm back to this, or nothing has shifted, and you don't realize that you left your shoe, boo. You left your shoe, boo. When spiritually, your feet have to do with a few things. I am a certified hypnotherapist who specializes in past life regression. I'm saying that for a reason. I love past life regression work. I don't do it a lot, but when I do, it's awesome. And one of the things that we do when we talk to your subconscious is we say, look at your feet. What kind of shoes you got on? Where's your feet at? Oh, I got goosebumps. And then the client describes it in the subconscious mind state, speaking to me, because we want to know where you are. Your feet tells me where you are, what era ERA you're in, all that. I'm not gonna get into the work. Your feet tells me where you are. Your feet is about where you are and where you're going. It's about your past. It can be about your past too. The transition with Cinderella is like she transitioned back to her past, not knowing that it wasn't going to be her past too much longer. Who am I talking to? I can just give you the reading off this card alone. I'm channeling like a motherfucker today. Not that I don't usually do so, but y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah. Your past. You might be reminded of it. You might go back to it. Something may come up that may be familiar. Someone from your past may come back that may be familiar. A mindset, a person, a situation. But you ain't gonna stay there too much longer. You thought the world that you created, or you put yourself in, a situation you put yourself in, you thought you were excelling, but you knew you couldn't. I don't know. There's something with the subconscious, like with Cinderella, like she knew she couldn't stay there, even though she wanted to. and that she thought it was over for her, and it was only just going to be a memory. Okay, God, okay, Spirit, thank you for the memory, thank you for the time. I'll just take a bow and surrender and bow out and not really know or accept or believe that I can actually have this life, I can actually have this person, I can actually have this success. It was short lived, not knowing your feet are still there. Your foot is still there. You just got to find the right situation, the right person to fit to remind you that it fits. You belong here. You're supposed to be here. Who am I talking to? You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. Where are you supposed to be? You're supposed to be in that loving relationship that you want. You're supposed to be in that job setting that you dream of. You're supposed to be in a stable situation that you desire. You're supposed to be there. Your foot landed there. For some reason you felt like you couldn't stay. You didn't want to be exposed. You didn't want to be exposed. Who am I talking to? I heard don't pull no more cards. This might just be your reading. And I'll probably do another one later. Or I may not. We'll see. You didn't want to be exposed. Transition. No, okay. Anything more with that, Spirit? Because that was a lot. Your feet. It's like your past and your future and your present are coming together. Alright, let's pull another one. 12, 2, 2. Twos could be significant. Instinct. Lotto. Instinct. I talked about earlier how your attitude's going to change. Something's going to change within. I feel like your instincts are getting sharper, whoever that's for. You're not going to second guess your intuition. It's just like you're getting to the point where you just know and you're not going to second guess it. That's for whoever that's for. Yeah, I just feel like your third eye is elevated, activated, increasing. Your knowing is increasing for whoever this for. It's an empowerment reading. Spirit is saying, no, you know, you got it. It's gonna get to the point where you ain't gonna doubt it no more, though. That's part of some struggles that some of you are having, is the doubt of your intuition. I said it in the last video, whatever video, you're just early sometimes. You ain't wrong, you just early. Let's do one more. Courage, Remy Ma. You're just early. You're gonna get like, there's gonna be, I just saw someone go, you know that emoji where there's like wind? If you have that in your phone. Like there's gonna be like a, and boom. Like, I feel like it's just gonna happen for you. There's gonna be a new attitude, a new energy about you. You're just gonna have this knowing. Kudos, you've done a lot of work for this to happen. You're not gonna doubt yourself. Who am I talking to? Someone is meant to make a really, really big decision, meaning like a life-changing decision, and you've been fighting with it. You've been pushing, and it's gonna be like you're just gonna do it. Life-changing could be like you're moving across stage. starting your own business out of or getting on a stage for the first time, or it's something where you know that it's like, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go, and it's probably going to shift and alter things, because once people see, when you're vulnerable on stage, that changes. People see that. If you're moving somewhere else, it's a whole new environment. You get my point. You might just quit a job out of nowhere. This reading feels more of a channel reading than me pulling a lot of cards, because that's what I'm hearing. You might just quit your job out of nowhere. Somebody's going to make a life-changing decision that's going to be abrupt. I feel tower, but I feel like you are the tower. I don't feel like Spirit is going to bring a tower into your life. You're creating a tower for other people, because other people have you where they have you, or they think you're going to be where you're going to be, but you are going to break their assumptions about you. You are breaking assumptions. You are breaking assumptions. I'm hearing that strongly. So this transition, with Cinderella, keep coming back to her. They assumed that bitch was... Yeah, I laugh at myself. How you just gonna call Cinderella a bitch? Why she gotta be a bitch though? Damn. They assumed she was one way, not knowing she was a queen, not knowing that the prince was destined to choose her. That shoe fitting is a metaphor. That shoe, he went and looked for her and put the shoe on her foot. That's a metaphor. They fit. They're destined to be, and only one person can fit that fucking shoe, and it was Cinderella. People misunderstood her. People assumed she was just made. I think they always knew who she was. They tried to humble her. People are no longer going to humble you. They can assume the fuck they want. They're not going to be able to humble you anymore. You are transitioning to your knowing. That's been the theme in a couple of my readings. Your knowing. Once you know, bitch. Because your belief can get swayed. Let's keep it real. I believe this. Oh, well, you know what? I might believe that too. Whoa, that sounds good. But I know, oh no, I know this. There ain't nothing you can do to get me to not know this anymore. They say when you know, you know. You're stepping into your power. You're stepping into your emperor energy. Yeah. You're understanding that any shifts, any transitions, any assumptions that you don't belong anywhere is a lie. Because you do. You were destined to. You were guided there. The fairy godmother, grandmothers, that's spirit. That's your ancestors. That's your guides. That's God. Look at it how you want to, metaphorically speaking. You were guided there. And even though you may have tried to run, because you thought you didn't belong there, because you thought your time was up, because you believed how people perceived you and what people said about you. Who am I talking to? You believed what people said about you, right? She believed she was a maid. She believed she meant to go clean the sisters, you know what I mean, iron their clothes and shit, because that's what they told her. But she also believed in something more. Otherwise, she would not have manifested going to the ball. She didn't know who she was until the prince put the shoe on her foot. Sometimes you got to be reminded where you left your shoe. Where'd you leave your shoe, boo? Somebody gonna come and remind you where you left your shoe and put it on your feet. There is a life-altering change that is happening. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. You ain't got no choice but to be the full energy and take courage and take charge and be in your knowing And I want understanding when to come out. Okay, understanding. You're transitioning. You're gonna find out where you left your shoe, or you're gonna find out that you left your shoe, because you know where it is. Once it comes to you, gets placed on your fucking feet, you're gonna find out that you belong there this whole time. And people also knew that. That's why they tried to humble you. Who am I talking to? You had issues at work. Motherfuckers is fucking with you. They trying to humble you. You got a hater ass friend that's like, oh man, when you talk about love, they always come negative. They're trying to humble you. When people give you backhanded compliments, when people don't support you, when people, they're trying to humble you because they know where you belong. They tried to beat you there. Come on, Cinderella. The sister tried to beat her there. It wasn't for them. So they got overlooked. It was for her. But she didn't know it, which is why her shoe got left. She could have ran out of there without dropping her shoe, and she would have never aligned with that prince. I'm sure he would have sought her out. It just would have taken longer. But you throwing me out of channeling. I'm dog sitting still, and now the dog is done. The dog was chilling. Now the dog was tripping. Okay, I know why, but that's because I'm supposed to close this. I said a lot of metaphors. I need you to fit it for you, because I feel like it will fit for you where it fits for you. Shit, I got blessed. I got a message out of it. You're gonna be reminded where you belong. You're going to be reminded where you left your shoe. You're going to be reminded why you left your shoe. Your place in life, your destiny in life is going to be revealed to you. And when that happens, as it's happening, you are going to make life-changing decisions. It's time. Now, I know I said I'm going to do extended every single general, but this general is just a special one that I just need to drop and walk away. I probably will. I'll probably do another general reading, because this is a little special later, which will have an extended, because I do have the rest of the day to do so. So I wish you guys well in your journey. Don't forget who you are, and don't forget where you're going. Be blessed.